have one life. It's time to live and be yourself tonight. You gotta feel it. You just have one life. It's time to live and dance into the light. Your life is beautiful. You just have one life. It's time to live.
Hello, you guys. You are tuned in to the Monica Brant Show, and I'm your host, Monica Brant. I have had the awesome time with my co-host, Sarah Lyons Gladman. There she is. Oh, caught you drinking, girl. Hey, you're staying hydrated. That's a good thing.
That's right.
So we've been having some fun hearing this amazing journey of our special guest today from 𝗬cie. Is there, I know you've known her for quite a long time. Is there some parts of the story that you haven't heard and you're just learning for the first time today?
I've known a lot about 𝗬cie. I did not know she could play the piano though. So that was a new thing for me. I know a lot about 𝗬cie, but I didn't know about the piano part.
Maybe next time we can find a place that we shoot her and we can have a piano and she can be posing like we did with Leanne, but she could actually do like a real photo shoot, like playing or something, right? That'd be
I'm all about it. Let's do it.
Super cool. Well, let's bring 𝗬cie back in, our amazing storyteller, 𝗬cie. Hi, sweetheart, beautiful girl.
Hello.
So if you guys have not been tuned in already and you're coming in right now, you've got to go back and listen to the previous episodes where we dove into 𝗬cie's journey from childhood and her country in Russia, all the way through going through rhythmic gymnastics, where she was an international dancer and gymnast and won all kinds of crazy awards, and is ended up in New York and then LA. And wow, it's been a journey, and I've just really enjoyed hearing your story. But where we are right now in our conversation is, I know we have a really cool video Claudia is going to show for us, and then we're going to dive into your Bodyscape magazine cover reveal and your feature, and we're going to have some fun talking about that. So Claudia, take it away, girl.
J'oublie que c'est le chaos, autour c'est le chaos. Regarde-nous, le destin pas honte, les dieux ont pas honte. J'ai tout foiré cette année, c'est toujours en chantier. Est-ce qu'on peut revenir en janvier? Son regard me traverse le corps comme une longue aiguille. On dirait bien qu'on est cuits, nous deux dans la même voiture, on fonce vers la mort. On se déteste tellement qu'on refait l'amour, parce que c'est comme de la drogue, on a de quoi planer. Sur son dos, mon corps se fait de l'aquaplaning. Le problème c'est que ça me rappelle pourquoi je l'aime. Je revois le début, les premières semaines. On pourrait repartir à zéro et prendre le premier avion comme dans un film de merde, mais c'est du délire, garde le sourire, plus rien n'est grave, tant qu'il nous reste une seconde de souvenir dans le crâne.
Oh, I know there's so much more to that.
Is that really me?
It's you, pretty girl. There's so much passion in you. And in you, in your presence and in your video, like there's so much passion that exudes from your eyes. And it's really, it's really beautiful to see. So let's dive in. Let's look at your cover that has not been launched officially.
Oh my God.
But Claudia, do you have it? Are you ready?
Are you ready? I'm not sure if I'm ready. Oh my gosh.
The lady in red. Oh my gosh.
So pretty.
Okay. So this was the very last shoot and the last photo compilation there of the epic Miami 2021 photo shoot. You were our last client model. You were that was the very last. So Sarah, take us through how you guys, because at that moment I was upstairs getting my makeup touched up and I wasn't with you for that particular outfit. So lead us through that, how that beautiful cover look
that
came
specific
about.
I mean, okay, so we had rolled through 𝗬cie's shoot like seamlessly, like you and I always do. You know, you basically just kind of guide me through your poses and your movements, and all the things we got were incredible. But this was the very last look, and we were trying for sunset. 𝗬cie had requested a sunset look for her final, and where we were geographically wasn't exactly set up for sunset, right? Because we would have had to go over to the bay side, and there's no real beach on the bay side, right? So the beach is on the ocean side. Mm-hmm. But so we were walking out, and this wonderful bodyguard who had been manning the pool at the W the entire time, he was so friendly and so kind to us.
David was his name. His name was David, I think.
Yeah, David. It was David. And
wow, you remember name.
David was awesome. And so we were walking out to the beach, and I was prepared to do lighting and everything to create that sunset. But on the way out, I just said, let me just reach out and just ask Mr. David if he'll help us out. So he did. He said, okay, go over to the pool and do your stuff. And he literally stood there with us. 𝗬𝗂𝗁, how long were we there for? Like 4 minutes at the most?
Really fast. It happened so fast. I don't even, very fast. Yeah.
Right. And so he's like standing with us, and Kona's doing video, and I'm doing, you know, my thing. And Lisa was out there with us, and we were just shoot. And I think that was your most selected list of photos, right? You sent me 15, 20 photos to retouch that red outfit.
That's the fastest one.
But you were just moving, and she knew. And 𝗬𝗂𝗁 was warmed up, and not that she even needed to get warmed up. She's warmed up from look one, right? Okay. But I mean, she was just going and working the red robe. And there's a story behind the red robe dress, whatever that is. And Monica kind of take it from there.
Yeah, well, I know, 𝗬𝗂𝗁, you wanted to do something in red, right? And, you know, that outfit came pieced together, right? Like Lisa brought, right? Because we had a huge assortment of wardrobe. And I know you brought a bunch of stuff, but that particular suit came from Lisa Opie, our hair and makeup artist, her line of suits. Yes. And then that red little, whatever you want to call it, roby thing, I bought like 10 years ago, and I'd never worn it. The tag was still on it. And the reds, you know, sometimes, right? And sometimes the reds just don't line up real well, but those reds were perfect. And then the earrings, and like, it was so perfect. It was meant for you. And you know, it's been sitting in my closet for 10 years. We threw it in the wardrobe suitcase, and said, let's just take it.
Now you ended up sending 𝗬𝗂𝗁 home with it, which was perfect.
Because
that was like your memento for traveling the journey to come and shoot with us. And then
because we wanted to give you that together, right? I think, and then it didn't happen where we could connect. And Sarah, you left it at the hotel for her to come pick up, right?
Yes.
Were you surprised? We were like, what's the red jacket? That's fun. Well, it was perfect for you. It was beautiful. The cover is beautiful. Aww.
When you told me go to hotel and pick it up, honestly, I got so emotional. I mean, that was not because, I mean, it's not a dress, it's the way you did it, you know? Oh my God, it meant so much for me, really.
It's the thought, right? Because you know, the thought.
It belongs to no one but you.
And I just said it to Monica. I just like it, and she just leaves me in the bag. Oh my God. See,
well, you know,
you've worn it since then. I've seen your Facebook, and you've kind of worn it on a balcony or something like that.
I'm telling you, I love it.
Well, you need to tag me on those.
It's just beautiful.
Well, there's the memory behind it. The memory. So that photo shoot, that particular one, I know. Leading up to when Sarah chose that, or you guys, I don't know how that worked, because Sarah surprised me with that cover, because I know that you had mentioned, Sarah, that there was another outfit that you had been thinking that would be a neat cover. So this was, how did you two decide? Because normally I'm involved, and I wasn't able to be involved when you were doing that. But it was so fun to see that cover. I was like, oh, it's perfect.
Listen, I told 𝗬𝗂𝗁 when we were sitting, I know that's a cover. We're getting a cover out of this. And she was feeling it so hard.
Yeah.
But
you actually told me when we walked away from pool, you told me, 𝗬𝗂𝗁, I think this is it. This will be the cover. You told me right away. Yeah.
I sure did. But I also want to talk about the tango pictures.
Well, let's go through the features. So, Claudia, will you bring up the features?
I mean, honestly, like, as the photographer, that is some of the best work I think I've ever done. And I've been doing this for 14 years. Like, this is, I think that I just felt the passion between the two of you, and that's tango, right? So let's talk about your tango for a little bit. Like, I want to talk about your tango.
Yes, because we haven't even touched on that subject yet. So while we're talking, like Sarah says, while we're in this mode, talk to us about the tango and the dance part of what you're doing right now, and your dance partner and who he is, because that was pretty miraculous. You brought him down there, and doing all this beautiful movement together was just yeah, you can't even explain how beautiful it was. So yeah, share with us.
I mean, tango is my new passion. You know how I go from one thing to another. I think this is my new passion. And it's not just like dance. It's very different than any other dance. Because first, I always did the solo sport or solo dancing, but this, you gotta listen to your partner. You gotta follow him. See, now that's really hard for me because I always did
You have to be submissive.
I'm solo.
Yeah.
But I had to be submissive. Can you imagine? But this really, really, I mean, I think I've grown a lot since I'm dancing tango. Really, guys, not just the dancing, in life. It teach me so much. And I met Koba in right time. I just got in Georgia. I'm all mess. I moved from here. I don't know what to do, what I'm going, what I'm doing. And somebody told me, oh, just go try dance tango. And there is Koba had his little school in Georgia. And now he's actually in New York. He's doing really, really well, opening up. He opened up his school in New York. Can you imagine how talented this guy is? And he's maestro, he's really, really good dancer. I mean, maestro for tango is the highest level you can get ever.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And
really?
He didn't just teaching me dancing or steps, Where he taught me tango was like more like life moments. So he's like, okay, you see, you do this movement because of this. You gotta follow me so you can learn more following, and you can come down, It's like it's a totally different experience. Honestly, guys, he helped me so much with the tango. It changed my even perspective on life, on the relationships, on everything. It's changed me a lot, and it probably will change me even more. And he has school in Georgia and New York, very successful schools, and he's pretty great. And I'm happy. I mean, I'm so lucky that I met Koba, one of the best. Can you imagine? You start your first steps, like a baby steps, and you meet great mentor, because that's very important. Like in gymnastics, what kind of coach you have, or whatever is new,
all relates
right?
back to that.
He's a great dancer.
Well, again,
I know.
Well, again, you've been presented with an opportunity, and you have taken hold of it. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I don't know if you heard what I just said.
This is my new goal to become better at the tango. This is my goal, to get so much better, and also grow as a woman, become better role model. I don't know. I think this is all connected inside the tango, not just dancing,
So you're back in Georgia and you're doing tango, you're dancing tango. What opportunities have opened up because of the choice to go back to Georgia and start working? And you started working with Koba. What opportunities have opened up from there? Dancing with the Stars, is that correct?
Yes, Dancing with the Stars in Georgia. Well,
and when does
end of October, I believe. And there is still 1 or 2.
Yes,
that's awesome. So Claudia, you come back? Claudia, will you come back in and just roll through the rest of the feature and just kind of click through the pages so we can look at all the features together? I love that picture. So beautiful.
Love it. And I pulled that one. That was like one of my own selections.
And I wrote down what Carrie wrote because I absolutely love what Carrie said. she started off the feature with this sentence. It says, "This is not a story about sorrow. This is a profile about strength, vitality, and resilience."
Yes.
And I just love it. And I mean, just speaking with 𝗬𝗂𝗁𝗲 today, you can, that is exactly what we've just heard. I mean, there is sorrow there, but there is strength, vitality, and resilience, and so much still to come for 𝗬𝗂𝗁𝗲. So beautiful. So beautiful.
And I just want to say about the chandelier shots, how I shoved her in the middle of a chandelier lamp. And that's how we were able to get those, beautiful shots in the black one piece and the chandelier light. It was gorgeous.
Look at that.
Look
how pretty the shape is there. And the background looks like like nobody else was there.
I know. And that was my mission, was to just try and eliminate everyone else from.
And it's so fun to look through, because like she just had a gold suit on that I had worn. I think was the one that I wore for a cover for Planet Fitness years ago.
Nice.
Yes. And I didn't get to see this one. I think I had gone it back up, but I think she was doing some dance down there in the white. It was beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And there's that red outfit. So pretty. Is that the back?
Yeah, that's the back.
Ah, so pretty. All right, so we lost 𝗬𝗂𝗁𝗲 for a little bit. I know that she'll be coming back in as soon as possible. This internet thing, but it's great. And then when it's not there, it's frustrating, but it's okay. Well, she'll come back in when she can. But Sarah, maybe share with me a little bit about some of your previous shoots you've done with her, because I know you guys have shot a lot together.
We have, yeah. I met her back in 2014, and we were shooting in Fort Lauderdale, and she was competing for Fitness Universe and all these things. Hey, girl, I'm just talking about you. No big deal. I'm just talking about you. I met her back in 2014 at Fitness Universe, and we shot at Fort Lauderdale. And from that point on, it was just like, let's connect whenever we can. And so we connected in Newport. We obviously connected in Miami. And there was this thing that was just, there's always been a thing there with 𝗬𝗂𝗁𝗲 and I. Like, it's more of, model photographer, that's obvious. But there's this like model friend relationship that she and I have coveted over time, which is for me priceless, because every time I get a chance to communicate with her, it's laughter and smiles and happy tears. And, just the opportunity to connect with this woman is, for me, unlike most. I have great close relationships with a lot of clients, but 𝗬𝗂𝗁𝗲 is very special.
Well, I just go back to the moment when you asked me to go downstairs, because I hadn't met 𝗬𝗂𝗁𝗲 at the moment, right? And you said, come down with me while I go, 𝗬𝗂𝗁𝗲's here. And like I wrote in my letter, letter for Bodyscape magazine, it was like, I just remember walking downstairs with you, and there's this beautiful, colorful, and colorful, not just in her outfit, but in her expression and her, her excitement and her big hugs. And
you can't hug her tight enough. You can't hug her tight enough.
Yeah. You could just feel it. Yeah. Well, 𝗬𝗂𝗁𝗲, we're going to be wrapping up pretty soon here. We've had amazing conversation with you. So just kind of to recap, you're back in Georgia now, just getting your feet back underneath you, right? When you've got your children there, and they're 10, is that right?
They're 10. Mm-hmm.
They're 10. Yeah. And how are you doing in Georgia? Like, are you finding your path? And you said tango has really been a big stepping stone for you to kind of get back in life, right?
Yes, I'm happy in Georgia, and kids are too, because we have our family, my family, who helps a lot. My mom, my dad, my brother, everybody's there, ready to help you, no matter what you need. So I think we are good, but it's I know it's temporary. Kids love it in America, and I think they will have a better future in America. So we'll be moving back. I just need a little time, to get back my normal mental health and get better and heal a little bit.
Yeah.
And my family will help me with that. And when I'm stronger, I think I come back.
Well, you have a storage room full of stuff too, right?
I do. And
I mean,
there.
If you ever need to put anything in Scottsdale, I've got space for you.
Oh, I'm just gonna come see you there. And I love you girls, and thank you so much for everything. Really, you guys not just being, or fitness competitor or photographer. You guys are my best friends. I mean, someone I can really talk to. I really feel that way. I don't feel judged by you. I don't feel other things other than I can come to you anytime, and it's very special. It's very a few people you can count on, and I think you are one of those. So thank you so much.
Thank
really,
you
for always being there and never judging me or telling me what to do. Otherwise, you always been there, my support, always encouraged me. Both of you. I'm talking about Sarah and Monica. And
well, I'm thankful to know you, and
find people.
yeah,
my heart is like creeping out of my skin right now.
I can't wait to hug you again, and
I just can't wait for my next hug. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe you guys should come down here. I'm in California.
Just come back. Yeah, that would be the ideal thing, to just fly over to LA and just.
Yeah.
Aww.
We could.
I mean,
we could look at it
sometime soon, very soon.
We could look at it.
So I just want to make sure we wrap up. We've got you have Dancing with the Stars in Georgia coming up, which we just absolutely know you're going to get on, and we can't wait to see how that explodes for you and where that goes, because I know, just having this conversation, reading your story, getting to know you a little bit in Miami, that when an opportunity is landed in front of you, you take it and run with it and make it amazing, and just make it this journey that just never stops. So I'm really excited for you. I feel like God's going to open up this opportunity for you to do something. And I was reading in your feature about your Bodyscape magazine feature about, I think a personal training. It was at a personal training not studio, but
I want to
course
bring more education
to Georgia, right?
Because it's kind of beginning for Georgia. Fitness is very just start.
Isn't that crazy?
I know, right?
So crazy.
I don't know. Maybe bring more education to Georgia, because I've been here 20 years and I got lucky to have all this education every 6 months, and being very successful in this business. So I kind of want to give back, to my country.
I love it.
That'd be cool.
And then we'll have to find out about your other daughter, because I read that she was a professional tennis player or something.
Yeah, she's professional tennis player. She's in Spain right now and playing all these competitions, so she wanna get in top 100. She's 26. She'll be 26 September 9th.
Wow.
And, I think she have a big future. She's very, very driven, very disciplined, and unstoppable. Really, she knows.
Just like you.
She's taken after you.
She really goes for it, and I'm proud of her. And hopefully, she starts winning some good competitions, so we can read about her soon. I'll be so happy. See, so all this coming to America and struggling did not go for nothing.
Right. No, it didn't.
What she have today. So I'm super proud, Mama.
Yeah.
I'm proud of her. Yeah.
Mama Bear.
Yeah.
Well, it's an honor to know you, 𝗬cie, and to hear your story. And I just really appreciate you coming on the Monica Brant Show and sharing your heart and your passion and all the beautiful ups and downs of your journey, because I know that it's a lot, and I know that other people listening will be able to be encouraged by all that you've done and how your attitude is and how you have handled it. So it's really it was a blessing.
If it does not kill you, if it's does not kill you, makes you stronger.
Makes you stronger. Yeah.
So all this stuff we're going through, I think it's purposeful. We can grow out of it, or what? We can't give up, no?
So I want to share one thing with you because it's important for me. And as a Christian, you know, I have my faith. And in James, in the first chapter of James, the book of James, it's in the New Testament, and it says, rejoice in all trials and tribulations that you go through, because the rejoicing will bring will preserve us, and will build our character. It will mature us. And not the rejoicing, well, the trials will do that, but rejoicing is how we're supposed to walk through them. Mm-hmm. And I know that, and you know, the word rejoice is not a word that I typically use. So I had to go look it up. I'm like, well, what is rejoice? It just means full of joy. And I think God, you know, one of the things I heard recently, which has stuck in my mind, it said, my pastor said it. He said, God does not tell us why we walk through trials, but he does tell us what he expects of us as we walk through them, mm-hmm. and how he expects us to walk through them. And I just want to encourage you that you are walking through your trials like God has asked you to walk through them. And I'm so proud to know that about you. And it's fun to share that scripture, because when we speak God's word, I think it blesses people. And it's important to know God's word so that we can use it to bless others and encourage. So scripture also says we're supposed to encourage one another and build one another's faith. So I hope that my words are encouraging you and will build your faith, and to know that you are walking through your trials as God expects you to walk through them. And yes, there's still sadness, there's still grieving, and those are things that God gave us to feel, but he's also encourages us to still be full of joy while we're walking through those, knowing that God has our back and he does have a plan. And even though we can't see it at that moment, it's there if we want to have it, right?
Nothing happens for no reason, you mm-hmm. know? And when God takes something, he always gives you something better. Mm-hmm. I believe that. So I think that was, I had to go through it. I mm-hmm. had to. It's no other way. I believe that, Monica, a lot. And
well, you know, there's going to be women or men, maybe even, that come up to you over time. And maybe you've already had this experience where people are having a similar story, and they find out about your story and they want to know how you walk through it. So I know God will use that for you to bless other people with.
Yes, I had a few women go through it, and I could give them advice. Actually, I did give them a couple advices, and it felt so good, you know. Mm-hmm. Like I had to be true to, let's say, I could say that to her, you know. It feels, it's.
And I love your message that if what you went through can help anyone else, then let it be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, can you imagine even one person says, "Oh my God, because of 𝗬cie, let's say, I did not give up." I mean, I have goosebumps. I mean, that the best thing could ever happen out of this
mm-hmm.
story, you know?
Yeah.
Someone literally did not give up because they see you survived through it, and you could do it.
Mm-hmm.
I love you so much, Ekat, and I just want to say thank you for joining us.
I guess we lost her again. It's crazy internet deal, but what a wonderful, wonderful story, and so fun to share with everyone. And of course, I can't wait for the launch of Bodyscape magazine.
It's happening.
Is it 16?
Yeah, it's just 16.
Awesome. All right, Claudia, one more time, bring up the magazine cover, please, and we'll wrap this story up. Maybe. There it is. And then if we go over here, we can be on each side of it. Yay. Nope, the other way. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining the Monica Brant Show. And stay tuned, because there will be more episodes coming up in the near future, and you don't want to miss any of them. So thank you to all of my guests, or all my sponsors. Thank you, Sarah, for joining me today. And
for having me.
Yay. And we will be seeing you soon. As always, stay fit and love life. Hi, everyone. Monica here. Just wanted to thank you so much for watching the Monica Brant Show. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share these videos, and oh yeah, and that little bell notification, don't forget to click that so you'll get more great content every time there's a show uploaded or a video or anything else. So you guys, thank you so much for your support, and as always, stay fit and love.